Spending money is a necessary part of going on vacation, but if you're cruising, there's already a lot included in your cruise fare. So, how can you avoid spending money unnecessarily? Ahoy, travelers! It's Amy with Cruising from the Ozarks here to help you make your travel experience a success. Cruising can be considered an all-inclusive vacation. Once you have your cruise booked and paid for, you don't have to make any other purchases while on your cruise. The cruise line will provide transportation to and from ports of call. You will have a room to stay in and plenty of included food and drink. Everything you need is provided, but that may not be all you want for your vacation. Cruise lines want you to spend as much money as possible while on board their ships. They aren't making all their money on cruise fares alone. In fact, the average cruiser will spend the cost of their cruise over again on extras while on board the ship. But if you don't want to be in that camp, there are ways to avoid spending extra on your cruise. The first step in avoiding spending money is to stick with included foods and drinks. There will be plenty of good food to choose from without spending extra on specialty dining. And I know for me, much of the food found in the MDR is better than anything I can get at a restaurant back home in my very small town. There will also be buffets and often included quick eat restaurants to choose from if you don't want a fancy sit-down meal. While you won't be treated to wine and cocktails, almost every cruise line has tap water, tea, lemonade, and even fruit juice and milk in the mornings, all included in their base fare. Coffee's also available, just don't expect specialty coffees. The less you treat yourself to a cocktail from the bar, wine with dinner, or that mocha frappe for breakfast, the more money you will save. You can also check through the ship's daily schedule for free wine tastings, cocktail classes, or even glasses of champagne given away at events put on by places like the art gallery and high-end stores. These offerings vary ship by ship and line by line, so just check it out. Another major part of not spending extra money on your cruise is to stay away from all those extras the cruise lines entice you with on a daily basis. Do you really need to spend money at the spa? Go relax by the pool instead. Why spend money on special fitness classes when the gym is free to use for everyone? There's plenty to do on a ship that's already included in your fare without spending extra on arcade games, roller coasters, go-karts, and more. While many can't keep themselves from testing the fates, if you want to make sure you save money, stay out of that casino. The odds are not in your favor anyway, not long term anyway. The shops are another big lure for many cruisers. Whether it's logo branded merch or high-end jewelry and bags, there's plenty out there to tempt cruisers. If you want to come home with something that shows your love of the ship or the line, many ships will have a day where they sell shirts at a discounted rate, so watch out and wait for those deals. Another big expense is ship Wi-Fi. Unless you just have to have it for work, skip the Wi-Fi and save yourself some money. If all you need is to check in every once in a while, maybe look into getting an international plan for your phone that can be used while in port. For my carrier, it's $10 to use my phone for the day, and I will have the same data package I normally have, which is unlimited. This will allow me to upload a video if I need to, check social media, make a few posts, and of course, be able to use my phone to get around while at port if necessary. Now, this only includes while I'm at port, not at sea, but it is much cheaper than using the ship's Wi-Fi. Saving money on board the ship is fairly easy with all your needs met, but how do you save money while at port? That's up next, but before we get to that, if you enjoy this video and maybe even learn something, consider subscribing with the notification bell on so you don't miss any future posts. Be sure to hit that like button as well. It only takes a second, and doing so helps cruisers like you find us. I would never tell a person to not go all out while at port, especially one you've never visited before or you may never come back to. But if you are looking to save money, there are definitely ways to enjoy a port without spending a lot on excursions. When it comes to food while at port, the best way to save money is to save your eating for the ship. You've already paid for the food served on board the ship. So a good way to save you some money is to eat a good breakfast before heading out and then come back for a late lunch. If you are booking an excursion, many will also include food and drinks as part of the cost, which can save you some money. It may just be a snack or a sack lunch, but that just means you're saving room for a big meal in the MDR later. For most port stops, there's no reason you have to book an excursion, as there's going to be plenty going on near the terminal, especially in Caribbean ports. There will be a lot of shops for window shopping or even picking up an inexpensive souvenir. I like to collect magnets from each place I visit. They aren't too expensive and serve as a reminder of where all I've been. If you want to go further than the terminal area in the Caribbean, you can either walk or take a short taxi ride to the beach for some relaxing or snorkeling. In European ports, there are walking tours, hop-on, hop-off buses, or you could just wander around on your own. You never know what you might find that you never expected. If you do plan on taking an excursion to somewhere further away from port, there are some great sites where you can book local tours for cheaper than you can book the same excursion through the line. There are times when you may want to book through the cruise line, and I will link my video on when and where to book shore excursions in the description below. Let me know in the comments what you do to save money while cruising. Do you save in one area so you can splurge elsewhere? Why not stick around and check out this video on what is included in your cruise, and then come back for more information designed to help you have an amazing cruise. Have a blessed week, everyone.